definition of yoga. Yoga is an ancient knowledge. Of course, we all know that, right? Yeah? Yoga is a union between body, mind, and breath, or body and mind and soul. Same thing, yeah? Yoga consists of pranayama, asana, and meditation. Next slide. Is yoga a business?
At the moment, yes.
Yes? How many people will say yes? Not a lot. Only you? Why is it a business?
Because nowadays, yoga is between ashram and yam, niyam, asana, asana, totally different things. Meeting with God, asana, asana, something. But here we are taking money and teaching.
So is it a business?
It has become a business.
It has become.
It has become a business.
Yoga is a business or not a business?
Yes, it is a business.
Yes or no?
Yes.
It is
No.
not a
Who
business.
says
It's
no?
not a business, but it became the business.
It has become a
Because
business.
nowadays no one is doing real yoga.
So it became a business.
Yes.
Is yoga a business?
The answer is no.
No.
It became a business?
Yes.
It's time to gain something, sir.
I mean, anything can be a business, right? Yeah? Okay, I will do another question. Is a human, us, are we a product?
No, we are not. We are not. No. We are not the product.
No? We are not product of life.
We are product of our nature.
Are we a product of life? We are a gift in life, correct? So we are a product in a way, correct? We represent ourselves like a flower in a bouquet. I'm in a suit, I'm representing myself. So we can be a product, correct? Yes? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So is yoga a business?
Yes.
It's not.
I just want to say that business doesn't have to do, I mean, it's not literally like with money, but at the end of the day, everything is with money. Correct? No problem. You moved? Yeah, okay. Yoga is self-knowledge. You know, before when I was doing this slide, I said yoga is a self-business. And then I said, no, maybe it can be against me. I said, just self-knowledge. But it is self-knowledge, and that is my business. That is self-business. Not in money, not in trade, not like how it's happening. The question was, is yoga a business? Yes, it's my own business. This is what I mean by yoga a business. It's your own business. It's your own self-business. It is long-term profitable investment in the self. This is when it comes, this is what I meant when it said, is yoga a business? Clear? Yes? Self-realization, self-regulation, self-motivation, self-awareness, optimal health and wealth, empathy and mindfulness. This is some of the benefits that we get out of yoga. We get a lot, but these are the main things. Next slide, please. Before we get into the yoga, we're a human, we have needs, right? Let's identify a little bit about our needs. It's often said that our actions are driven by our basic needs. You agree with that statement?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
We have to get motivated in order to receive the thing, right? We need things. This is, we act and then we need, act. You got it? Have you heard of Maslow's?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, so Maslow's hierarchy of need is my favorite way of explaining this self-realization or self-actualization. This is what he talked about. Next slide. According to humanist psychologist Abraham Maslow, our actions are motivated in order to achieve certain needs. Agreed? Yeah. Needs spans from tangible, such as food and water, to the intangible, such as self-esteem and creativity. Yeah. See the pyramid. It starts with down psychological needs, air, water, food, shelter, sleep, clothing, reproduction. Then we go to safety needs, personal security, employment, resources, healthy, and property. Love and belonging, friendship, intimacy, family sense of connection, esteem, respect, self-esteem, status, recognition, strength, and freedom. And then the last one is self-actualization, desire to become the most that one can be. If I ask each one of you, where do you see yourself or where do you see your lack? Can you identify where you're lacking? Or where are you fully, your needs are all fulfilled here?
No.
Are you here? This is where we want to be, correct?
Yes.
Yeah? Can you identify your lacks in this pyramid? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Next slide. Then he came up, the more I was researching, then he wrote in his paper, 1943, the connection between his motivational theory and the chakras. And he shocked Europe with that. Because this is an Eastern knowledge, thousands and thousands of years ago, but he found the connection. It's amazing, right? So this is here, Western psychology, here's Eastern psychology. Yeah? See, you know the chakras, right?
Yes.
Can anybody tell me what the chakra is? What the chakras are? What does those energy centers do?
This is a harmless gland inside.
All the time. It's associated with the function of
Are they important?
Yes.
Yeah? So do they give us what? Prana. Yeah? They get activated and they get blocked at the same time, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah? This is why we end up doing what? Asanas? Only asanas? Yeah? What? So you already know, right? So this is, and to have, this is like simultaneously, they go together. So this is where, here we talk about the self-realization, which is the inner world, and he's talking about self-actualization, the outer world. You got it? Yes? Interesting or no? Next slide. How do we exist? Now we talked about what drives our need, drives actions, right? We have to be motivated. We need certain needs to go to what we want, to become what we are or who we are. Now, as a human, how do we exist?
Thoughts and actions.
Thoughts and action. What else? What makes me exist?
Breath.
Body.
Breath.
Body,
Breath.
breath,
Mind.
mind,
Intellect.
intellect,
Memory.
prana,
Memory. Ego.
memory,
Ego.
ego. Oh, ego. Oh my God. Ego. What else? Self. Yeah. Next slide. Correct. We have 7 layers of existence: body, breath, mind, memory, intellect, ego, and the self. So we're not only like body without the soul or body without the spirit. Are you all with me? Yes. So your 7 layers of existence? Yes. Okay. Body. They say in Arabic, yeah, العقل السليم في الجسم السليم. A sound mind in a healthy body. Yeah. Our body is a precious gift from nature. Yeah. We should love it. We should respect this body. And so we should always move this body, you know, because it's made to be moved. Because if we don't use it, what happens? We lose it completely. I'm too tired to move. Yeah, and this is what's happening, like I said prior in that other presentation. We're so laid back in our comfort zone, correct? Okay, yoga is not just a body structure, it's also a transisting body to mind using breath. With yoga, we stretch and we lose strength. With body, for example, I also believe that we were all born yogis.
Yeah.
Which baby doesn't suck his toe?
Yeah.
All babies suck their toes, correct? So we all were born with the flexibility. Yes?
Exactly.
What happened? We lost the flexibility, but what did we gain?
Stress.
So stretch, so you don't stress. Yeah? What? I'll tell you something benefit about stretching. Like I said, it stretches the body into mind and the breath into the mind, and you know, like you think better and all that. And one thing, can you go to the body slide, please? Body, you know, why yoga is very important to move your body, because there is spine fluid, more than the chakras, right? I mean, we know that they're going to activate, it's going to activate the chakras, the breath, the asanas, everything. This spine fluid, if it's not stretching, if my spine is not stretching, eventually when I become 80, 90 years old, I'll be walking like that. But the more I stretch, the more I grow younger. I grow what? Younger. Yeah, and I walk straight, so I become independent. This is one part of the body. It's very extremely important. Don't stretch just to become healthy. This is like, you want to walk all the time on your own, right? Yeah? Okay. Next. Breath. No breath, no life. And no breath, no life. Correct? What happens? Breath is a big secret that has been given to us in this life. It's a huge secret. It has tremendous, what happens the beginning when I was born? What is the first thing I did?
Breathe.
And what is the last thing that I'm going to do before I leave this world?
Breathe out. Breathe out.
So everything is with the breath, right? And there's a huge connection between my breath and emotion and thoughts. Breath can make me change the thought, can make me change the emotion. If I'm sad, how am I breathing good? What happens to my breath when I'm sad? What happens when I'm happy? Butterflies. Do we feel it? Yeah? So breath is we gain energy by inhaling and lose toxins when we exhaling. This is what the breath is giving us. We get oxygen. Yeah? And then when we exhale, we detox. We remove toxins from our body. Practicing different pranayama and breathing techniques can charge our emotions and thoughts. For example, like I'm here, or some of you are here. Are you all here with me?
Yes.
Yeah? I will be thinking like, oh, when is she gonna be quiet? I want to go home. She's really like loud. Maybe some of you are like thinking, oh, I have an appointment. Your mind can go anywhere. Yeah? And when it goes everywhere, for example, if my mind went into my memory lane 2 years ago, how will my breath be? And it is a very sad memory. How will my breath be? How will my face be? Yeah? So through breath, we can change the thought, we can bring ourselves to the present moment. With breath, we live the present moment. And there's a lot of breathing techniques. I'm sure some of you can teach them. Yes? Okay, I wish we had time and we will do more breathing, but it's not a intellectual experience session. You have to come with another session. Mind. Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Yeah?
Yeah.
What does that mean? This is in Sanskrit. Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Who said that?
Maharishi Patanjali.
Yeah? What does that mean? It means
Harmony between
restraining the thought wave is yoga. Widening the thoughts that keep rising in the mind. This is what really yoga. How is this? How do I quiet my mind? Just being aware that my mind is chattering, it will make me stop. Just being, how does the mind work? Mind is very intelligent, correct?
Yes.
Nobody troubles you as much as your mind. Nobody. It's your own mind who's troubling you. Makes you happy and it makes you nervous, it makes you scared, it just plays with you. You agree?
Yes.
Yeah? What are the tendencies of the mind? It's always either past or in the future. I'm regretting my past. I wish I didn't do this. I wish I didn't, pay this much. I wish I didn't come. Or anxious for the future. What is going to happen? You see?
Anxiety.
And anxiety. We are never in the present moment. We're either worried or regretful. We're not enjoying. We're either working just to save money to do this for the future, and maybe, we're not even going to enjoy any of that. I can get out of here and I can immediately finish my life. And I can be earning like thousands and thousands and thousands. Who's going to enjoy the money? Can I sleep and not wake up? I can, right? Correct or wrong?
Yes.
How we're living? We're living for the future, but are we living the moment?
The present we have.
Yeah. Even in our day, even when we are working, we're not even enjoying working. So why are we working? At least enjoy the moment. Be with the moment. We work all our life, yeah? And we worry all our life, even when I'm like, oh my God, too much. What I have to do. But you might go any day, any minute. At least let's enjoy the moment. We tend to miss and not enjoy the present moment at all. You agree?
Yes.
Yeah. With yoga, we live in the present moment. Like I said, with yoga, we live in the present moment. This is what one of the. Are you getting the mantras? Okay. Next, memory. Oh God, memory can really it can really make your future miserable. It can make your partners miserable. It can make your whole family miserable. If you are a person basing your decision on your memory. What is memory? We have two sides of the brain, conscious and subconscious. Yeah? The conscious side, what does the conscious side do? It stores, it's like our database. It stores names, it stores numbers, it stores directions, information. What about the subconscious mind? Past experiences. Happy or not happy? Not happy. Not happy. I'm sure if I tell you, remember the most horrible experience you had, your face will change. This is the quality of our memory. This is one of the qualities of our brain. We get stuck in unpleasant memories. We find joy in our sorrow sometimes. This is how we can be sometimes so pathetic. Sorry for using these words, but we can. And ungratitudeful. Well, let's talk about 5 years ago or 10 years ago. And we will cry about that 10 years ago, which is dead to us. Finish, yani. Are we wasting our time or not? Yes? Yes. Talking about something that's gone. And we're feeling also. Where is this? We tend to find joy in the drama, unfortunately. I'm not going to say especially women. I'm not going to say especially women. I think all of us, even our children. He said, and repeating. Memory can make you really lose lots of time. Waste time. It's a waste of time. We forgive, but never forget. Also the drama, past and present. We're just خلاص, I base my attitude on this, and he didn't smile to me today. خلاص, I'm not going to be nice to him for the rest of my life. We can, I tell you, for example, you look great, but I hate your shoes. She'll walk out. She'll never, every time she wears the shoes, exactly. This is the nature of our women. We cling to but do compliments? No, you get a lot, but do you remember them all? You hardly before you look. She did this. I can't believe she told me that. You react. Okay, next slide. Intellect. If you want to make sense, it has to come with silence. 3-3 of the Shankar said that. Intellect. We tend to doubt the good sometimes. Yes or no? If I tell you I really, really loved you and I'm going to contact you, all of you after this seminar, you'll believe me? You're just like, why is she saying that? Correct? Even though what I said is good. I said I love you, right? So we always tend to like, why is she saying that? What does she want? If my husband tells me, I love you, May, it's like, it is something. Immediately, yeah? This is the intellect. Like with the opposite the memory, again, we tend to agree and disagree. Does she really know what she's talking about? I'll check it out later. We tend to analyze all the times, why, where, when, how, all these, the 4 whys and the hows. So if we want really to trust the answer, we get some silence and trust. Like there's a saying, you can only trust people just by trusting them. I trust you. It's like your own doing at the end. So with meditation, we achieve the peace of mind. Next slide, please. Ego. Who has an ego here? Ego. What does ego do to us? More the knowledge, lesser the ego. Lesser the knowledge, more the ego. Albert Einstein, yeah, he said that. Can you relate to some people with this saying? Immediately, right? Yeah? So we usually shut the doors. When we have ego, what am I doing? I'm shutting the doors. I'm shutting opportunities. I'm shutting my ears. No, I'm only stuck with the I-ness, mine. I'm that way. I will always be like that. I'm rich. You cannot relate. Or I'm poor. You cannot relate to me. It's like always everything is I, my way. I know it all. I'm the best. No, I cannot do that. Always, this is my style. Who cares? Yeah? So let's remove the I-ness and drop it. If we say we belong, we belong. If there was an earthquake right now, aren't we going to belong in this room for 5 days? For example. Yes? Will there be any ego then? Why do we have to have the danger? Or for example, I have another example. Families usually, they will not talk to each other. Nobody will talk, there'll be like 50 members or maybe 70 members. But when the person is sick, everybody gets together. Subhanallah. When he's on his deathbed, okay, let's go. Everybody becomes in peace. This is what happens or no? Is this ego or no? Yes? So let's drop it. With yoga knowledge, our ego dissolves and we open doors. When you open door, you have more opportunity for belonging, for love, for connection. Even though we're losing it with the mobile, and the ego also makes us lose it. Yeah, all right. So let's do this. Next, please. Self. Yoga is the journey of the self. Through the self to the self. Bhagavad Gita. What does that mean? Self is the witness of everything happening in outside and inner world. In the outside world and the inner world. Remember the 7 layers of existence? So I feel, I'm growing. I'm watching my mind. I'm feeling, I'm observing my way. Everything is changing about me. But except one thing, never changing. Even when I become 70 years old, that self will still be the same. There is something in you that doesn't change. Yes? Do you agree or no?
Yes.
This is your self. You become a witness of everything that's changing and you become untouched, you become a witness, unshakable. Nothing affects you anymore. Khalas. And this is why when we go into this is what, when we say self-realization, this is what yoga brings in our life. We realize who we really are. Of course, with self-actualization. I will mention it again. 14 years ago, I was not into yoga. 14 years, I am into yoga. Look where I am. But when I go back to myself, I'm still me. I still have the same vibration. Some things change, some things didn't change. And that self will never change. And same with all of you. Next, please. So we understood the levels in order to achieve the self-realization, the self-actualization. We need 4 requirements, 4 sources of energy. Of course, we get it from the fresh food. How can somebody identify the fresh food? Don't look at that. Are you eating these things? Are you eating those fresh food?
Yes.
Every day?
Yes.
You eat fresh, you feel fresh. You eat dry, you feel dry. You are what you eat at the end. Of course, there is tamasic food, there is sattvic food, there is rajas food. Of course, not only the food that I'm putting into my body, what time I'm eating, where I'm eating, with whom I'm eating, how I'm eating, you know. Sadhguru says you have to chew. You know Sadhguru, right? Yeah? You think you like him? Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah, he said the way I could feel the love from his, you know. He says you have to chew it very slowly, because it has to go through your intestines very digestive already with your saliva. So how you're eating it is extremely important. Do not eat your food in front of the TV. Be a couch potato. You know, it doesn't work. The energy is going to be the same. Or eat and like and Sri Sri says, never like scold your children when you are eating. Never. Because imagine, like, I'm doing, you're this, and I'm like eating. I was like, is he enjoying? Is the child enjoying what he's eating? Or you should eat this, no, take this out. And I'm like, and he doesn't, he's not. This is why children are having, or parents are having problems with their children. Because they're talking their ears out while the child is eating. And food is a choice at the end. Yes? Good sleep. Are we sleeping right? Sleeping too much? Or not sleeping too much? One thing about the food, this is exactly how much you're supposed to eat. Can everybody do this in their hand? Is this how much you're
Some
eating?
people with bigger
Or this
palms.
much? This is exactly the size of your 4 times? This is exactly what you're supposed to eat. The size of your palm. Good sleep, not too much, not too little. We get energy, you know? Exactly. Of course, we said what to eat, what you all know. I'm not a nutritionist here. I think we're having a session about food, right? Okay, so I leave that to the expert, you know? But just watch your food. Eat with your mind. Eat with your mind. The more colorful you are, better you are. You know about like the difference between the digestive. I could tell you this. I used to be non-vegetarian 14 years ago. I'm a Muslim. We eat everything, yeah? But I never ate red meat. But then when I became into yoga, I started becoming vegetarian. I used to eat chicken, I used to eat fish. But how I became vegetarian, it's because of this knowledge, exactly this knowledge. Yeah? It said the red meat takes 70 hours to be digested from your body. Chicken will take 40 hours, and fish will take 30 hours, while lentils and vegetables and other grains will take only 3 hours. That made tremendous sense. So I tried it. I observed it. I could feel my mind, I could feel my body, I could feel my sleep being a vegetarian. It took me 2 years exactly to become fully vegetarian. I was on and off. My mother got mad, the whole family got mad. My mother-in-law started calling me, you're becoming Bhagwan, you're becoming... I'm serious. Yeah, I'm like, okay. And now even like I tell my husband, it's like, yeah, let the meat do you good. Because they still eat meat. I could see the difference. Definitely. I didn't do it for anybody. I did it with you. Observe. And I discovered that I was allergic to chicken. I had a skin problem, which I do not anymore, alhamdulillah. And I had also a skin problem from the fish. Once I stopped those two and I stopped egg was my favorite. Yeah. I had finished. I have no problem. It's amazing. It's really amazing. Otherwise I wouldn't be here. I believe the food is a huge factor in who you are. Huge. You really who you eat. I really believe in that. Okay. And sleep. If I don't sleep, I will not have energy. If I sleep too much, I'll be very tired as well. Yeah? Of course, children up to 13 years, at least they need 8 hours, at least 10 hours. And then it can be decreased. Us adults, 5 to 6 hours, depending on what we do, what we eat, what is our physical status. But it depends on each individual. Meditation, what does meditation do to us? What is meditation? Can somebody tell me what meditation is?
Silence between two thoughts.
Silence between two thoughts. Okay? Right or wrong? Silence between two thoughts.
Thoughts, continuous thoughts, a pause of silence.
Okay, great. Okay, I got it. Okay? What else? Anybody can tell me? Focus on our breath. Connecting. How can I connect with? Okay, that's great. Okay, connected to the universe. What else? Self-awareness. Doing nothing. Exactly. Yeah. Meditation is doing nothing. You're nothing. You don't want to think about anything. You know nothing. 3 things you have to keep in mind when you want to meditate. You're nothing. You don't want anything. And you don't know anything. And it's deconcentrating. Some people think, no, I cannot sit more than 5 or 10 minutes. Right? You've heard that before, yoga teachers. It's not for me. The ego started, right? It's not for me, you know? It's yoga, the thoughts will come, like you said, there's silence. But eventually they will stop. The more you meditate, the more you get the stamina of the meditation. What meditation does, it erases. It takes care of this memory business. It's a very bad business, you know, the memory. It removes all the past impressions and makes you really like smile to the sad memories. Everybody had. You have to experience the fire to experience the sweet. There's no fire. There's no sweet without fire. Correct? Everything in life is opposite values. Opposites. You agree? Hot, cold. Sad, happy, cry, laugh. So you end up like accepting everything, unshakable. One breath. You're in a hurry. I'm not.
I was meditating.
Am I more than 20 minutes? Fine, breath. Are we breathing right? Yeah. Be aware of your breath. When you're sad, just take deep breaths in to go back to the present. The world needs this movement. Yoga, love, and art. When I say art, be your own art. Love, express your love. Express as much as you want. Don't suppress. Express love. And please, practice yoga. Start 5 minutes, start 10 minutes. Learn yoga. We are all made out of love. Love is yoga. Love yoga. Love life. Thank you.